Good morning. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing today? Um, yeah, it's pretty grey here, but it's quite nice. Loch's really calm, and yeah, you get that feeling when you look out and hear the birds. So this morning, during our March mindfulness meditation and letting go month, bringing you techniques and protocols that you can use to help with the good old monkey mind and all our thoughts and our emotions. And this is one of the big issues just now politically as well, about the left and the right. Is on the left, it's that your emotions have to be, good morning, your emotions have to be acknowledged, and other people have to think about how they make you feel. And of course, there's a level of truth in that. But a lot of the feelings we're having, a lot of the stuff we're believing, it's not even true anyway. So it's the programming, it's the past, it's the reactions. So when you start to really understand and are able to just allow your thoughts to come and go, allow your feelings to come and go without grabbing a hold of them at a cellular level and holding them in place and causing most of our own suffering. And that can be quite a difficult one to get your head around, especially if you've been abused, which a lot of people have been. And that can be in all different levels. So you feel like the victim, or you feel at the very least that there's a perpetrator. So as we move into these higher vibrations, these higher frequencies, higher levels of consciousness, that's when we move away from, they're going to fix me, the government owe me, to, well, actually, I'm going to be responsible for myself. Because in actual fact, that's the only place I've got power. I cannot control what everybody else is going to do. All I can do is control myself. So with that is good news and bad news. You just need to take responsibility for yourself. And it's very, very interesting how much power we've given away on every single level. And our food, we're like, oh, they'll sort the food. No, no, no. So we're now starting to realise that we've swung into this really strange world where we just do not know who we can trust, where we have a government that are paid for shills, science is getting paid for. We can't really trust the information we're getting. So we have to go back inside and decide, what are we going to do about it? And we're not going to blame, shame, and complain anymore, because we know when we do that, we change our pH, we put our blood pressure up, we change the pace at which the breath comes in and out, and the blood flows. So blaming and shaming and bringing others down is just simply not the way ahead, much as it's incredibly difficult sometimes not to do it. And especially now, I think, as a lot of people really are in states of quite extreme stress in some cases. So let's look today at the thoughts. And going back, your thoughts are electrical in nature. So when we look at the electromagnetic field, which the body has, there's an electromagnetic field around us, and that we've got the whole meridian system, and that's where that electricity flows through, or should flow through, and the electricity from the planet flowing through the body and keeping us cleansed and clear, the light, everything that's having an impact, the colours, the sounds, obviously all the elements are having an impact on the body. But what happens when a thought passes through, a negative one, and we grab a hold of it, because we're allegedly having about 60 to 80,000 thoughts per day. That's a lot of thoughts. But the embarrassing thing is that probably they're the same as they were yesterday, possibly the day before, and the day before, and the day before. So how do we actually start to think about our free will and our ability? I can get you to think of a beautiful white sandy beach right now, and that teal colour of the ocean, and the beautiful, beautiful palm trees, and bright red flowers, and little birds. So I can take you with my voice and my words to another chemical state. I can help you to change your alchemy by getting you to change what you're thinking about. I'm not going to do a negative one, because we're all pretty good at that on our own. But that's the reality of the power that we have to change our thoughts and to direct our thoughts in a different direction. And why is that important? It's important for your health, because if you're blaming, shaming, and complaining your cells or other people's cells, you are impacting your immune system. And this is what chronic people in chronic stress, the adrenaline, the adrenals running on that. And it just doesn't feel good either. So Byron Katie's The Work, powerful, powerful way to really start. And you'll find that you'll hear people saying stuff and you'll just go, not true, not true, not true. So because we make up stories, right? And the stories are very often not based on us having all the facts. They're based on our past and they're based on our perception. So if you perceive that somebody has done something to you, which puts you in the position of victim and puts them in the position of perpetrator, then you're going to have this conflict. The poor me, and why does this happen to me? And you're giving them this power. Whereas for me, the most powerful sentence is hurt people hurt people. So if somebody's attacking you and having a go at you, it's because they're hurting. Now, they may not be aware that's why they're doing it. But on a chemical level, that's all that can happen. When you feel anger, you're going to think angry thoughts. So let's take a relationship, right? So that person, so if there may be somebody you're in conflict with right now, and you feel justified. You feel you've not really done anything, but you're getting attacked. So you're feeling attacked. So the belief there would be, they are attacking me. That apparent other person is attacking me. Now that can be verbally, it can even be physically, but at some level you can feel it, right? They have you, for whatever reason, you're there, you're part of it, and there's a trigger that is creating anger, and this person's lashing out at you. So that person is attacking me. Is that true? Very first question in Byron Katie's The Work. Is it true? So sit with it. And you may want to, yes, it's true. It's definitely true. So then the second question would be, can you absolutely 100% know that that's true, that they are attacking you? So maybe it starts to fall off a wee bit now, or maybe it's still like, yes, they are attacking me. So question number 3, they are attacking me. How does it make you feel when you choose to believe that thought? They are attacking me. How does it make you feel when you're choosing to believe that thought? Well, it probably makes you feel quite angry or hurt or sad or whatever it is, okay? So question number 4, who would you be without that thought? You might even have felt in your body there it suddenly got lighter. Pay close attention to what the body's saying, because it's giving you out this information. And it's, again, if you look at it from contraction and fear and acceptance, you're accepting their gift of anger if you react. Well, this is the thing. If you believe the thought and you double down to say it's true, you are saying, I am a victim of this other person's behavior or words or whatever. And if you want to stay in the victim consciousness, fill your boots. But I'll tell you right now, from years of practice and experience, it only makes you feel worse. So, but how do you get out of it when it feels very real? So that's it. Is it true? Can you absolutely know it's true? How does it make you feel when you choose to believe it? And who would you be without that thought? So, and then we do the turnaround. So again, just become very, very aware of your body and what it's saying. So this apparent other is attacking me. Okay, that's the underlying belief. And you turn it around to I am attacking them. Just sit with that. How does it feel? What can you feel in the body? And then turn it around again. I am attacking me. Okay, so just again, just feel. We're going to do a wee bit of tapping around this as well. Because if you have a situation right now in your life with a relationship, sometimes I have to go in with some EFT to really move that energy. So you're perceiving something. And this is really what we're getting called to do now, because so many relationships are getting fractured, and the anger and the hurt that comes out, and the hurt is usually dressed up as anger. And sometimes you absolutely have to step away from relationships. There's absolutely no doubt about that, for your own sake, and possibly so that you don't say things that you can't unsay. But also, when you really start to get, it's all perception. And you can choose to see it in another way. And as you come up the emotional scale into courage, because courage is required to resolve conflict. And there's a lot of cowards around. And they'll be talking about you behind your back because they'll not be able to have that honest conversation. And that honest conversation that comes from no need to be right, just trying to understand each other from a place, a neutral space and a neutral place. What's actually going on here? Because the pain body in Eckhart Tolle's work, the pain bodies come up and reaction comes in, and then that's when we clash and we create this more and more energy. Whereas when one person goes, oh no, I'm not playing, the other person's energy has to dissipate or move away. Now, I'm not downplaying the level of stress that relationships cause. I would say, in actual fact, you just wonder what humans do to each other, and usually from a very unconscious place, hurting each other, thinking about themselves all the time. It's all about me, and they need to pay, and da 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 da. And it takes a bigger woman and man to say, okay, then it's fine. I can apologize for any part I played in hurting you. But I would like to tell you my side of the story, my perception of events. And then very often when you listen and you communicate, instead of bringing other people down, and this is what we have to get away from, which is like, I'm better than you. It's like a competition, and they're shit and they're this and they're that. And come to me, I'm so much worthier. All of that stuff. That's the ego. Whereas when we come to true resolution of conflict, which I think is something we need to be teaching in schools, we 100% have to let go of our need to be right. And we have to listen, which can be hard when you're raging. So let's just run through it again. They attacked me. I'm the victim here. So is it true? Feel what the body says. Is it true that they are verbally, physically, emotionally attacking me? Can I 100% know that that is true? How does it make me feel when I choose to believe I'm the victim? Or I'm the perpetrator of this situation? And who would I be without that thought? And that's about letting people live in your head rent free. Okay, and turn it around. They attacked me. I attack them, even if it's just in your own head. I attack me. So when you're doing the loop and thinking about what you should say, thinking about what you will say, thinking about what you didn't say, all of this, who's doing the attacking to who? Whose cells are getting that information? So can you feel as you take your eyes off them and start to take full responsibility for your thoughts and feelings? Who's doing what to who here? So, and then I would just go in with some EFT and tap around to make sure you're releasing that energy. Because the ego can be strong, right? Certainly, getting old, that's a really good thing because you're less likely to want to be right. You're just like, whatever. But also being able to speak out what you've felt and make sure that your side is heard so that people can then understand a little bit more clearly how that situation. And also, it can be difficult to do this work with people that aren't conscious, that people that whose egos are strong, who want to be right and who stay in that you can't control that. But what you can control is you. And when you move into courage, acceptance, and peace, expansion, it doesn't matter what they're saying, thinking, feeling, and doing. It's a different level of consciousness that you no longer need to feel hurt or angry or whatever it is you're feeling about. Okay, so tap with me. So even although I was taking it personally, even although I was really angry and I want to say things, keep tapping. And even although I'm trying to figure it all out and I'm going over it and over it in my head, and even although I'm wishing they were different, I wish they were different so that I could be happy. And even although it did hurt, even though it came out in anger, and even although I'm still feeling it's a bit personal, keep tapping. You're keeping on tapping until you can see that it's not personal. But even although I've been having this experience, I deeply and completely love, trust, and accept myself. Now, this anger can be at the system, the government, the NHS, the judicial system. It can be at anyone or anything. And even although I don't feel heard, I don't feel appreciated, understood, whatever, bring it all in. And even although I feel they're really selfish, only thinking about themselves and not thinking about me, I deeply and completely love, trust, and accept myself. Even although I lost my sense of humour there for a bit. Come on, let it go, just for a minute. You can prick your rage up again afterwards. And I'm now open to letting all this anger, resentment, resistance, whatever it is, I'm just going to let it go, just for now. I'm giving my digestive system peace, my vagus nerve peace, my blood pressure peace, my poor old heart. I'm allowing coherence to return as I move out of drama and all need to be right. And I let go into a blissful, peaceful state. Come on, mean it. No hanging on. I have the courage to completely let go of all wanting to control this situation. I'm letting go of all disapproving of them. I'm releasing all judgment of the apparent others as I remember and experience oneness. I release the drama and the old story. I allow my ego to take the rest of my life off. I allow my frequency to rise, and I allow myself to see things from a much more loving and compassionate perspective. It does not mean I let people off the hook, but have the courage to have an open discussion, if need be, or I allow the healing passage of time to let go of all need to be right and all need to speak any unkind words. I'm releasing all of that now. I allow a nice warm glow to flow through my heart and my cells as I allow my frequency to move into solution mode. I'm letting go of all contraction and I'm expanding into courage, acceptance, and peace. I allow all negative energy to leave my body now. I allow the unified field energy, the divine frequencies of gratitude and unconditional love to flow through every cell in my body. And I allow myself to release into a place of complete relief and peace. I am the power. I have the power. Nice deep breath. And just take your eyes from side to side. Up, up, down, 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 across, across. And just breathe. And you'll feel, I'm sure, a little bit different. If you have any conflicts going on right now, whether they're minor, major, doesn't matter. Think about the person now and just see how it feels. Has the reaction gone? See if you can feel love. You may have to practice a bit more. It doesn't always go. That's just like 10 minutes of the work. You can just really, really move into that space. Not to let them off the hook, but to let your cells, your expansive state, your alchemy, all of your systems are now, as you move into the witness state, just observing the madness all around, then there's no need to damage your own body. No need to drive this beautiful energy mass in first gear all day. You may need to keep tapping for a bit. You may need to just keep through the work. There's brilliant Judge Your Neighbour worksheets online. You can get them for free and you can just go through the exercise. You can get out your combat journal and start unraveling the past. It is time. We are in that stage where this of phenomenal change. I don't know what the hell's going to happen, but I do know if we're like a tight corkscrew and a human pressure cooker, then we could explode and we could create dis-ease, unease at the very best, and dis-ease in the body by holding on to these burning coals and hoping that somebody else will suffer. So learn to let go, feel, heal, let go. Over and over again. The only person, there is no pill for this. You can take plants, you can do whatever you want to do, but you're still going to come back to this dimension and be living on here, in here, with other humans around you that can properly charge you up and trigger you. And that's the big difference. moving away from the nanny state and into I accept full responsibility for me, the choices I've made and the choices that I will make. And if you're making them from that neutral space rather than a place of wanting revenge and wanting to hurt people, which is very, very tempting, trust me, I know that. But it doesn't help. And it's not the way we can move forward with all the madness that's going on around us. So, have a wonderful, peaceful Sunday. And you know what you can do to help me? Share the word, spread the word of the festivals. Come along, tell your pals that you know would enjoy it. There's going to be an amazing, we've got an amazing lineup. Tarbert in 4 weeks today, for this weekend. Thank you, Lily. A great way to start a Sunday. Currently reading hardware and him. It's so good to be learning to let go of the bill. Yes, absolutely. And it's a, you know, it's a constant. We're a work in progress. And, you know, just when you think you're getting quite zen and nothing's really hurting you, or you're not taking things personally, boom. So the universe will go, well, try this, see how zen you really are. So you just you make these things a practice. Is it true? Am I making up a story that's really unhelpful? So yeah, it's fun stuff. And you'll know when you start laughing at how seriously you took things when you realise that you're a light wave energy being. Anyway, have a wonderful Sunday and I will chat to you tomorrow. Ciao.